It's just like the fingerprint, the way it is, everybody's fingerprint is different. There is no single fingerprint in this world that is the same with another person's own. Everybody has that unique imprint on their lives. Hi. Today is day 31. Yay! It's actually drizzling, so I'm walking around the block today because I'm thinking, because there's a forecast for rain in the next 30 minutes. So that if it gets too rainy, it's drizzling right now, but if it gets too rainy, I'll know that I'm not far away from the house. I can quickly run back and then complete the walk later. But for now, I think it's still bearable. So yeah, let's do this. So today we're talking about the power of your voice. Your voice. And note, I didn't say the power of a voice or the voice. I said your voice. My voice, your voice. And I started thinking about this yesterday after we talked about communication, when we were talking about verbal and non-verbal. If you didn't do the discussion with us yesterday, you can still go ahead and watch that video. I'll link it below. So, and then when we're talking about the verbal and non-verbal communication, I just was thinking of how powerful our voice is. How important and how powerful it is for us to voice out, our ideas, our thoughts, to communicate our thoughts, our ideas, our dreams, our desires, our fears, our intentions, or whatever it is that we want to communicate. Is very, very powerful. It's very important for us to be heard, for our voice to be heard. And talking about that, I was thinking, I know that some people will think and say, and I thought about it too, that it's not every time that you should talk. Yeah, I realize that, I understand that it's not all the time that we should voice out. We should make our voice known or our opinions known. There is a time to be silent, and I think maybe we'll talk about that at a point, some time in the future. Maybe the power of silence, or the power of, I think we talked about the power of silence before, but the power of like the right time to talk or something like that. I don't know. However it comes to my mind, then we'll talk about it. But yeah, I know that I realize that there is a time to be silent, right? But there is a time to voice out. There is a time to speak out. There is a time to actually let your voice be heard. And the reason why I think so is because your voice is unique. Like I said in the beginning, I'm talking about the power of your voice. Your voice is unique. My voice is unique. It's different. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has something important to say. And everybody's voice is meant to fill a gap or fill a vacuum. There's a vacuum that only your voice can fill. There's a vacuum, there's a space that only your own thoughts, your ideas, your perspective can bring out something different in that particular situation. So everybody's voice is unique. I just want us to understand that. Think about it. Let's just think about it for a minute. My voice is special. My voice is unique to me. My perspective is unique to me, because it's different from everybody. It's just like the fingerprint. The way it is, everybody's fingerprint is different. There is no single fingerprint in this world that is the same with another person's own. Everybody has that unique imprint on their lives. And that's the same way with our voices. And talking about the uniqueness of our voice, I just want to tell a short story about, this channel. Like, when I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel forever. And of course, I'm always giving all the excuses in the world. And then one day I told my husband, what do I even want to talk about? There's nothing that I want to talk about that nobody has ever talked about, because you think about it. You want to talk about gardening? There are probably loads of people already talking about gardening. You want to talk about trees. And I'm just thinking of random things now. Or maybe you want to talk about how to dance salsa or something. Somebody's talking about it. So I'm like, there's nothing I want. I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things. I need my voice to be out there. I know, but I'm like, what is different? What's the difference between me and the other person? And then my husband told me something that day, and that thing always resonates with me. And anytime I try to kind of pull back, I just remind myself of that. And he said, say it your own way. Say it your own way. Well, yes, maybe somebody's already talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about, but your own perspective is going to be different because your experiences are different. You are a different person. Your past, your experiences, your point of view is going to be different from whatever any other person is going to say. So that's your voice, that's your own perspective, that's your own say in the situation or in the matter is going to be different from every other person. And that's what makes your voice unique. And that is why your voice must never be silenced. We must never get to a point where we allow ourselves to be silenced, to be cornered into, to be pushed into a corner, so to say, so that we cannot talk, we cannot express ourselves, we cannot make our opinions to be known. Because our voices are very important and very powerful. And I just feel that if our voice is silenced, then there's something missing in the world. You are depriving the world of something by not bringing out your voice. I don't know whether what I'm saying makes sense, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Let me know if you can resonate with what I'm saying in the comment section. And as I was thinking about this thing yesterday, I just got one moment of epiphany, and that is, I was thinking of, don't allow your voice to be silenced and everything. And then I realized that the epiphany I got, the revelation I got was that most of the time, it's not even people that are silencing us. It is we ourselves that are silencing ourselves. It's not so much of people silencing us most of the time, but you have silenced yourself. I have silenced myself by deciding not to bring my voice out, not to make my voice to be known. So most of the time, we are the ones that are actually silencing ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. We are the ones silencing our own voice. So I just want to encourage us that we should not silence our voice. We let our voice be known. You have something to say to the world. You have something that no other person has. You have a perspective that no other person has. You have a way in which you will communicate to some people. There are some people that is the way you say it, that's the only way they can understand it. They may be hearing that information or that thing or that message that will make their lives better from other people. They might be hearing it, but there's a unique way in which you will just say it to them and they will grab it and they can resonate because your voice is different, because your voice can resonate with them. So I just believe that we'll think about it and we will think about our lives in any way in which we've been reserving our voices, or we've been keeping quiet, or we've been silencing ourselves or repressing ourselves. In any way in which we've been doing that in any areas of our lives, let's think about it and let's decide today, let's make that decision today that I'm going to allow my voice to be heard. My voice is not going to die with me. I'm going to allow my voice to be heard. Let's make that decision today. And I was also thinking again that it's not just that we should be a voice for ourselves. We should also be a voice for the people that do not have a voice. And I was thinking that who are those people that don't have a voice? Like the disadvantaged, like the underprivileged, like maybe people that have mental or physical challenges. These are voiceless people. These are people that do not have a voice. We should not only make our voice represent us, but we should make our voice be a representation for those people that don't have a voice. Let's go out there, let's be bold, and let us speak out for people that don't have a voice. And it's not only speaking for those people, but helping them to find their voices, because they are also unique and they also have their own voice. Like I said, everybody has their voice. Even those set of people that we feel they are voiceless, they have their own voice as well. So we should not only speak out for them, but we should help them to find their own unique voice. And I believe that we will find our voice today. I'm going to find my voice. I'm finding my voice, and I believe that you can also find your voice. So that's my thought for today. It's still drizzling, but it's not raining yet. So I'll continue walking around the block. I think I'll be able to make it before the rains. Let me see what we have here. We are just 14 minutes in. I just wanted to get this done before it starts pouring. But apparently it's not pouring yet, so we are good. Yeah, I'll see you when I'm done. We made it. So, yeah, it rained a bit, so I'm a bit wet, but it's not like that bad. Oh, look. A plane was flying so low. I don't know whether you saw it. Anyway, so I'm very happy that I'm able to make today, and I'm very happy that you are able to make it today too. So today we've talked about the power of your voice. Let's find our voices. Yes, let's find our voices and let's put our voices out there, and let's make sure that our voices are heard where it needs to be heard, when it needs to be heard, and how it needs to be heard. So tomorrow is another day. I'm going to see us tomorrow. Oh, a school bus just passed. Let me play lots of noise. Okay, I'll see us tomorrow.